Hi, this is Dr. Sweta Adatia and welcome to Limitless Brain Lab, and also the channel where we bring in all the experiments and experiences for making your life wonderful, especially with brain fitness and mental wellness. Today I'm going to talk about my most favorite topic on minimalism. Many years back, and I wasn't even aware about all the neuroscience aspect of it, or I didn't even watch the Netflix super movie, I think the Emmy nominated by Joshua Fields and T.K. Coleman, and beautiful video interview from Dr. Caroline Leaf about the minimalists talking about their experience. I had zero clue about all this when I decided that I'm going to slowly reduce all the stuff in my wardrobe or in my cupboard or the things that I have for my personal use. Why did I choose to do that? So let's understand from the neuroscience, and this is no offense to people who think that minimalism is not right. Completely agree to that. All the things that I am going to talk is completely going to be from the neuroscience part of it, how decluttering your space can actually declutter your life. The only thing that you walk into my space or my rooms, you will find ample books all over the place. I do not count books under the minimalism bracket because I really need access to all of them, and I enjoy reading, and I can read sometimes 2 books in a day. I will talk about speed reading as well and the techniques, etc., as we go along in the journey, and we need to teach our children that. So coming back to minimalism, what is the definition of minimalism? I mean, it varies, right? There is no perfect definition for it, but the least resources that can help you in whatever that you are doing. For example, the least clothes that I need to wear, or the least personal items that I need to carry. Now, for this may vary between people, right? But I think if we go back to the minimalist guys, and if we watch their movie, etc. and all, they talk about literally the least. Sometimes they also talk about 21 items or 51 items. You give it a label. I started with 101 items of personal use, slowly brought down to 51, I think I'm still around somewhere 31, but this was amazing, and that is the reason why most episodes you will see me wearing the same clothes over and over again, or the same watch. This was not the case for me earlier. I would go and buy anything which was there new in the market, and I would just, splurge. And by the way, shopping is just a limbic release. Those of you who understand limbic, it is just the emotional processing brain. When you're depressed, things are not going right, straight on. Before, you used to actually go to the mall and purchase, right? You had to make a move. Nowadays, you just go to one of the shopping apps and then go splurging shopping. This is basically a catharsis. It's a release. It's just making your emotional brain cool off. So shopping can be a part of this phenomena as well. Now, if you do a day audit and you see the maximum time when you shop is in the late evening hours or late night or early night hours, and this is an experiment which was done saying that when is the most times people's attention is subliminal. When you are in that little deeper theta or a little alpha, not really theta, most people are mostly into a little alpha, even at the end of the day, little alpha, I would say, with all the gadgets and stimulation, etc. and all. And that is the time when you can get caught into your desires and subconscious processes. And sometimes, when you watch a movie, suddenly you see a burger of McDonald's popping up, and the next thing you order the burger, right? Or next thing you go and eat the burger. I was talking to these youngsters and I said, oh, the next thing is you go and have the burger. They said, no, doc, you just go and order the burger, from the Zomato or Talabat, etc. So yes, so these are subliminal messages or subconscious expressions that you get attracted to. Now, so when I'm shopping and having all these things, half of the things I don't need, half of the things I feel guilty about, half of the things I actually would be surprised, why did I buy that? So all this is sort of a trap which we are subconsciously into. Now, minimalism is doing what? There is something called the choice or decision dilemma for the brain. The brain has to decide, it is using, I call it the cognitive currency. It is spending some currency to decide between this or that. Coffee or tea. When there's a large menu, I eat a sandwich or a burger. I eat a pizza or this type of a pizza or that type of a pizza. In fact, an experiment was done in a supermarket where there was a line of items which was put, I think it was around 33 items, and people were were asked to walk past and then pick up an item and decide what they wanted to buy. And then the second half of the experiment, there were 6 items, and then the people were walking past by, deciding what to pick up, and the sales were compared. You guys, to my surprise or to your surprise, would think that majority of the people bought from those 33 items. Items, more choices, better sales. Exactly reverse. They in fact went to these 6 items and picked up the items which were least in number. Now, choice dilemma, right? You were supposed to be choosing between this and that. The amount of the cognitive currency that you spend, the amount of the brain's power that you spend increases proportionately with the choices. Why do you think we feel all the time tired? Look at the number of the choices we have in our daily lives. Right from waking up in the morning, I have a menu full of Zomato or Talabat. I can order anything that I want. Right as I go into the office, I have the access to travel from any kind of the vehicle that I want. As soon as I am there, I have all the choices available to see entertainment, to go to the social media, to work, to read, to have the newspaper, etc. Choices corrupt your system. It slows down the system. So in the morning when I have to wake up and say, oh, what am I wearing? What am I wearing for this? That is where my cognitive currency is used. So minimalist, when you have limited items, when you replace an item when it's lost, you replace an item when it's broken, that helps you. That helps you because now you're not doing the mundane decision making things in your life. Now, when there is clutter, you go to an office or you go to a place where there's a lot of things around, there's excessive clutter, what is happening? This is detrimental. Why? Because when you are cluttered, there is overstimulation in the brain. Your brain is constantly receiving these inputs. It is constantly trying to process. When you are constantly trying to process, there is a slowness which happens in the brain. Your brain gets fatigued, it gets tired, and hence minimalist offices are being built now, minimalist homes are being built, minimalist wardrobes are being done. As minimalist as you go when it comes to choices of buying things, keeping things, and sometimes, even letting go. Let's say, I have a lot of things, and in good old traditions, in certain festivals, people would just let go. They would just donate. They would just let off of the items. What was that doing? That was decluttering the space, hence decluttering the emotions, decluttering the relationships, the deep associated desires was decluttered, etc. The feel good of giving away was there. So many benefits used to be there in that one little context of a festival. And it was a celebration, it was all about enjoying, but by giving. So all these were beautiful traditions which we had in our good old days. So again, coming back to the minimalism, declutters, reduces the cognitive currency. So what you should do, what is the practical way of being a minimalist? The practical way of being a minimalist is watching all the desires of your minds. Are they repetitive? Is your mind asking for the same thing in the quantity of more, which is not going to serve you? Is your mind constantly craving for the items which you already have? Is it making irrational decisions when buying? If this is the case, stop, pause, because this is the time when you want to reorganize your life, reset and rebalance your life. Because if you preserve your cognitive currency, if you preserve your brain power, you can do much better when it comes to focus, attention, memory, your profession, personal goal, and much more. So I'm a minimalist because I want my brain to function sharp, to have all the focus and attention. Are you a minimalist? Watch, and please do share, like, and tell us what is your opinion about minimalism. Thank you again. This is Dr. Sweta Adatia at the Limitless Brain Lab.